May Govannen, everyone. I am Melville Urkallen, and we are here back with some more Misty Mountains. Now, actually, I finally managed to do something which I've been claiming to do for quite a while. I've finally gone and tried to unlimit the battles in this game, and if successful, we should no longer get any of those reinforcements delayed messages, which would be absolutely perfect because we need the orcs to be on the battlefield, or we lose basically the only advantage we have. And that's never good to give away one of the few advantages. We are of course also known for pumping out more elite units now that we finally have barracks and drill squares and such things. But I digress. Okay, so what has happened? Not much. One thing you may or may not hear is that I have my door open, or parapet door, what is it called? Balcony door open, and that's only because I want to get some heat in from the sun, because we currently do not have our heaters on, radiators on, because they are doing some kind of renovations on them. So it's rather chilly inside, and it's actually warmer outside, which is why I'm trying to get in a little bit of heat. And if some sound manages to get through, I apologize, but it's hopefully only going to be this time, and then I'm not going to have to leave it open anymore. Now, I would like to know what they have got there. And I actually have I have a spy in there, but I can't go for an attack right now. Let's have a look, actually. Snugger. Pretty useless. You can act as a scout, find out what they got in Rivendell, and if they've not got anything good, we must then arm with generals from there and siege equipment from there, and some elites from there, and we'll try to take Imladris away from them. Speaking of that, we might as well move that one to Goblin Town right now. Volk's champions can go join as well. Up here, I actually want to recruit you, yes, and I want to start going for the dwarves, because they don't have that good units, and the Dalians already border me, so it doesn't matter if they border me once more, or one more place. So I'm gonna take... Arrows won't do much against the dwarves anyway, so they might as well stay there and shoot a little bit from the walls. And you're even going to get a little bit of reinforcements there in a few turns. And you can join us. Oh, hello. Well, let's get the skirmishers, and I guess you go back to Rakkeberg. We need a general as well, so you might as well head that way. This army here can actually start moving out. Leave you and leave you, why not? And you start moving out this way. Give me watchtower. You can actually also give me watchtower. And they're going to start moving out against both. Oh, they got a Dalian general there. In any case, we're going to move against Vithibord, and we're going to move against either Thranduil's Halls or this region there. And we're going to try and take those out to really, really basically destroy the elves. In fact, I can even take units from here. Leave something. Leave you. And you can go in that direction. Give me watchtowers, and yeah, you assault there, and no, it's Dol Guldur's who's got it. It's Dol Guldur that has got that city. Right, so you go aid in that assault instead then. Anyways, right. The Lothlorien elves are defeated, basically, and we're just going to have to wait for them to surrender. And they've got Rohan there, but they are neutral to us actually, so we shouldn't need to worry about them too much. And we're taking control over Karas Galathon and all the other nice places. We are making a ton of money per turn, which is brilliant, and we are actually advancing westwards as well. So overall this is going remarkably well. And we're only 73 turns in, and I'm like, okay, we've already crushed the Lothorian elves, we've crushed the Anduinians. What else have we done? Not anything else yet actually, but we crippled the dwarves actually in a remarkable turn of events. That one was amazing. I don't know if you remember that one, but I would guess that it was in the 12th episode or something when we managed to take Erebor. And then Dale took it from us, which was absolutely amazing. Means, of course, that Dale is a slightly bit stronger, but it's still Dale. So, we shall see. Imladris is, of course, a full stack, because it always makes that full stack. Which means it's going to be difficult to take them out, but not impossible. And what we need is basically siege equipment, and we need to lure them outside. So what I am going to do is I'm going to get a full stack from Sagkala and Goblin Town, and then we're going to converge on Imladris, and hopefully they won't know what hit them. And if at all possible, I would love some cave trolls. Though it's going to take 23 turns to get it, and then 4 turns to recruit it. So it's unlikely we're going to see them against Imladris anyways. And you might as well move to Sagkala. This army here is basically useless, but they are free upkeep, so they might as well stay as a garrison. Which is usually what I use them for. Yeah, you go there. Actually, I won't need every single one of you. You are probably going to be the most useless ones. So, you converge there. Continue forward and actually besiege that. No, come on. You move that way. Okay. And you're besieging Edraihan, so that's perfect. You've got units here. You're not free upkeep, so you might as well be in Anonera Rod, where you might be used a little bit more. Siege equipment is always good. Yeah. Okay, so it's basically just a small waiting game whilst we muster our armies. But we are going to assault Imladris, we are going to assault the Woodland Realms, and we... Oh yeah, that's not even going to be a chance. But we are going to assault Imladris, we're going to assault the Woodland Realms, and we are going to assault Dale and Erebor. Basically go to war gun-ho against very many people.
Greetings.
We don't have trade rights with you. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. So that's what's going to happen with the Misty Mountains. We're making a ton of money. We have lots of recruitment centers. It's everything going our way. You might argue that it's actually going to get a little bit boring from here on out, because we are just going to need to capture basically 20... Well, we are going to need to capture 22 more regions and then win the game. And I don't know if I've ever actually seen the victory screen for Divide and Conquer. I think I've always grown bored of the campaign when you know you won. I've never actually gone through the formality of winning properly. So I may actually finally do that. We shall have to see. Wait, how can I... Oh yeah, of course I can attack it immediately. Right.
Get ready for fighting.
Yeah, Emin Nufuin. Emin Nufuin
Is that what you want?
is, of course, blocked. God damn it. Fine, move there and give me some eyesight, and then hopefully they're going to move away. Right. More catapult. And you move to Sagkala.
Objective complete.
Because we don't need them really at an eastern border, because we are bordering Dol Guldur basically in the entire southern forest, and then we have only the northern forest to worry about. So it's really in Thorfillin and Danes Hall that we need to worry about recruitments because other than that, there's not that much danger. We've got halberds, we've got heavy goblin infantry, we've got more halberds, and we've actually also got some crossbowmen coming and goblin archers coming. So, I mean, everything's going our way currently.
Get ready for
You go
fighting.
into Anon and Arod. One more turn, no, 2 more turns, sorry, and they will surrender. Or be forced to... Oh, I was going to disband those Snaga there because I'm not going to use them for anything and they're not going to aid me. So I'm going to disband them. Because that's just who I am. They're going to be allowed to go back to their wretched lives inside the mountains and basically slave away. Never more see the battlefield, but instead just dig around in the mountains and make more halls for us. Halls is a little bit too grandiose, isn't it, though? Caves and stuff. What did I see? No, go away. I'm actually going to position you for there. Get that little bit extra free upkeep. Not that it really matters, but you know, it makes me feel good. Get all the fancy things because you can, and because I'm so tired of seeing goblins every single where. We can probably hold against that if they go for Danish halls because we get defenders, and the defenders are actually remarkably good. I would just prefer it if they didn't attack that because I don't want to fight there yet again. Alright, there we have it. Oh no, relations worsened. We've actually gotten back to 4 rings already. Right, 2 turns there, 1 turn here, I believe, so let's actually end the turn immediately again. Now, there might not be any battles here, though I find that unlikely. And just as I say that, Northern Dunedain comes and attacks us. But the reason I say there might not have been any battles had this not happened. Oh, that's a strong army, though. And we got rubbish things. That's a really rubbish army we got there. And a really strong one they've got. And they've got elves with the draw.
We must pull back.
Oh, and they are besieging Dane's halls.
We must pull back.
But,
They're attacking the camp.
yeah, we were so close to taking Anon Enarod. Anon Enarod. Stupid Dunedain. Why did they need to come and get involved? Oh well. Let's see what Dale's got. Harad's chieftain is dead. No! Okay. So, what you got? You not got that good things. We've not got many things. And those are never going to train because we besieged. But, I mean... It's gonna be alright. Decent troops, but, I mean... We got time to besiege them, and the more we besiege them, the less troops they're going to have. If we lose Dane's Hall, though, I'm going to be really annoyed, but look at that. Those are crappy units, so they're not going to take the city. There's no chance they're going to take it. And I'm just training more siege equipment and stuff.
No sleeping here.
Oh, and I even got my general there. I know it's unnecessary to disband these, but still making tons of money, so it's fine actually. So we're going to need to send reinforcements from here, and we actually don't have that good troops. We're going to train more of these, that's going to be necessary. Now we're going to send you. Go there. You're going to go there. You're going to join up with them, and I'm even going to send one more general and these units. That's actually one unit too many. So I don't like these really, so let's get rid of one unit. There we are.
Be gone.
Okay. So we're going to re-siege Austin Ethel, and hopefully that army is going to be able to kick them back. That's the hope, and this army combined with Goblin Time is going to put in Blood Rush in a few turns. Alright. Now, is everything building something? You're not. You can't. That's a good excuse. Alright. There we are. Okay, so yeah, let's just end the turn again. Now I should like to get at least one battle in, and there you go. Just as you pray for it. They got a Thala Rangers, they got one unit of Dwarves, we've got a crap ton of Uruk Defenders, and we got Heavy Goblin Infantry. They're not going to get through, no chance, but I'm still going to fight this, because if we were to lose due to an what's it called? Automatic resolvent, I don't know, automatic battle, whatever. If we were to lose for that, due to that, I would be so annoyed. It's not even really funny how annoyed I would be, because we managed to stave off so many assaults. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start the battle first of all, because I don't want to move troops when it's locked. You're going to go there and you're going to stand there and you're not going to run away. Uruk Defenders, you're going to be obviously our first line of defense, so you go stand there, there and there. Form some kind of ranks here. I don't know, where would you stand? Go stand there, why not? And of course, the archers for some reason are general. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Now they tend to go this way, so it's better actually to have our units stationed there. And in particular, I think having our halberds stationed there is going to be better. Because you can be there and the halberds can actually stop and advance really quite properly. So if they stay there, we're going to be able to stop them, I think. Hope and pray. I don't pray, but you know. Alright. Now what can you do actually? You got not that good on attack actually, but you got a decent defense and you're skilled against mounts, effective against armor. You got armor piercing. Oh my god. They're going to be so good against the dwarves, it's not even funny. I hope anyways. I mean, I'm not actually sure if they're going to be good against the dwarves or not, but I mean, being able to stave the dwarves off and use armor piercing is basically how you kill dwarves, isn't it? There they come. Speak of dwarves, and hang on. Sorry for that quick interruption, but as I mentioned earlier, they are changing our radiators, or they are fixing or something, doing maintenance work, and I just had a few construction workers come in and fix on them. Didn't take too long. It's like the third time they've already been here, so most of the work was done already. It was the last checkup. And I couldn't really, I didn't feel comfortable talking whilst they were here, basically, so I had to take a bit of a break. I do hope that's not too bad. Alright, so the dwarves are through, but the dwarves. Yeah, they're dwarves, basically, that's all you need to say. But the AI is so stupid on this map, there's no way they're going to get anything done. No chance in hell. I mean, okay, they're just going for this side always. I should probably put some of this in defensive position. Ah, who cares? Who cares? They're going to lose. especially if I send those in, there's no chance, and they're not sending in more units. Oh, they are sending in more units, but the AI on this map is so incredibly stupid or just bad. It's not even funny how easy you win these battles. Okay, okay. You've apparently shot your fill, so let's run you away quickly. I mean, you're my general, and because these are orcs, I just don't want to risk it. Because if I were to lose my general and therefore the battle because everyone's morale just got hit too much, I could never live with myself. I would be so annoyed by that. Look at that. Look at that. You can see them actually walking there. That's cool. I like that. That's a cool touch. Okay, so you're still fighting in here. They're not gonna win. Why are they still fighting? Stubborn dwarf, am I right? Now, if you hadn't already gathered, I really not a dwarven fan. I just find them boring. Just digging around with their long beards and want gold and are greedy and I don't know. I don't like dwarves. I just find them greedy and selfish people, like the embodiment of capitalism or something. We need to gather more gold so we can have more gold, so we can say that we have more gold than everyone else who has gold. I mean, yeah, okay, they make some amazing armor, and they make some amazing toys, and they make amazing weapons and such, but, I mean, I can't stand them, really. Gimli being one of the few exceptions to that rule, because I think he's a nice dwarf. And it might have something to do also with the fact that he's friends with Legolas, and Legolas is awesome. Especially in the books, but also in the movies. Now, apparently, they've come up with this extraordinary new strategy, which involves you standing outside of the city gate after you've destroyed the city gate and get in that way. I have never heard of this strategy, however, and I don't think it's something that will ever be employed properly. Then again, it is the dwarves and the Dalians who actually came up with it, so you never know. Right, so what I'm going to call this is I'm annoyed with the AI. There. That's what I'm going to call this episode, because honestly, the AI is rubbish on this map. It's so bad. So bad. They could... I mean... on a strategic... From a strategic standpoint, I understand why they don't want to rush all the people in through that little gap. And then hope to get through 2 more doors there. On the other hand, they can't do anything else because they do not have siege equipment, so they can't break down a wall. I'm not sure if you can climb those walls with that siege tower or not, but it would appear as if you can't do that because they're not doing that, and the AI usually does that if they have siege towers. So, I mean, this battle map is not good for the AI, and it's so annoying that you fight so much here. Now I'm really tempted to just take a breather again, and because it appears literally like Dale is not going to do anything. They're not going to send their forces in, clearly, and yeah, there's not much we can do about that. So what we're going to do about it? That's the question, isn't it? Tell you what, I am going to put a cut in here, and if they manage to, or decide to actually do something for a change, I'm going to swap you back in, but for now, let's take a breather. I have decided to give you a little bit of action. We are going to try and eliminate as many Dahlias as we can, with a little bit of time left. We're going to do this for a three-pronged reason. One, I'm bored. Two, I would prefer to have some kind of fighting in this episode, even if it is just us destroying these. And third, the more Dalians we destroy, the less likely they are to be able to mount another attack, and we are less likely to have to fight here again. Too quickly, anyways. But those bloody longbowmen there, they're not doing anything. Go for them. They've got Atala Rangers, they've got so many archers. I mean, archers are good, yes, but if you're going to besiege a city, you do not bring archers with you. That's common knowledge. You don't do that. That's stupid. Whoa. These are like the same. Look at that. These are more armor, but they still land at the same defense. Same attack as well, so basically these Uruk defenders are better at defending themselves and have worse armor pieces. Now, I guess you could chalk that up to the fact that before you had proper armor pieces and also less armor pieces, the armor would have been less heavy and less encumbersome, and you would have been more capable of moving around in it, and therefore you might have had the ability to have higher defense skills than those in more heavy armor. Now that could be a reason, I am not sure, but I imagine that could have been the thought process behind it, potentially. And yeah, we're going to see they're actually doing absolutely nothing. Royal Archers as well, I'm certain they can't have used up all the arrows, because the only unit I had for them to shoot at were my archers who stood there. And they did not stand there for long enough for them to shoot away all the arrows. I am certain of it. There's no chance of that. So... those Dalian women are going to fall really quickly, or really soon anyways, and there they go. Now everyone just pile on. I mean, the Thala Rangers might be a little bit of a problem, but other than that we should not really encounter any resistance. I mean, look at that. Now I like Dale, it's not that, but I really do, but I think bringing this many archers and to a siege is not the best idea. That might actually have been what the problem was. Because these light swordmen here, or Dalian swordmen, sorry, because they have that siege ladder, they might not have been able to drop it. I'm not sure. They might not have been able to drop it due to the game. And because they were unable to drop it, they might not have been able to pick up the battering ram that they needed to get through the second door, and therefore no incentive to push through our gates. Now, if that were the case, and the AI for some reason is hard-coded or otherwise just don't want to give siege equipment to archers, which is understandable. You don't want archers on the siege equipment whilst they could be shooting. That together could potentially have been the reason as to why the AI did not manage to get through the gate, because they were unable to drop their ladders and therefore not able to pick up their battering ram with a unit that's not ranged, because they brought almost only archers. That's a possibility. I can't really think of anything else really, but I do know that, or one thing I do know about the AI is that they are incapable of clicking any of these buttons after the battle has begun. For instance, they can't click the fire arrows, toggle that off, they can't toggle fire at will, and they can't toggle skirmish off. And due to that, they might not have been able to click the drop siege equipment button, and if they indeed only had those Dalian swordmen as melee troops after we killed these dwarves, it's highly likely that that's why they did not pick up another ram and keep going. It's also possible, because that happens in a normal battle, or in a settlement, that the archers never go on top of the wall or into the city before you breached the gate. So it's possible that because we hadn't breached the innermost gate, the archers were not put into action. Now that is all conjecture, and I'm not sure about any of it, but it seems logical, and I really don't have another way of explaining it, and I would like to believe that that is why that it is in fact a stupid thing, because the AI can't drop siege equipment, and because archers would not pick up siege equipment. I would like to believe that that is the reason that they did not come in, but I don't know. And yeah, we didn't kill the general, but they are severely crippled. And honestly, if they're going to attack again with that army, it's going to be so boring. I'm not even kidding. It's so incredibly brain killing that it's not even funny. In any case, what am I doing currently? Oh, we took a Raihan without problem. Good. And we got a frame wrangler in a capital. Perfect. That's a capital, yeah. Get those units. Yes, thank you very much. You're not building, build. You're not building, build. Build those when you can. Okay.
Get ready for fighting.
Nagug. Go there.
We have completed an
Alright. So, what we're gonna do. And I don't think I'm gonna continue much further in this episode. I think I reached quite a good stopping point. I'm gonna do this this turn to its end, and then I'm gonna stop, because I need to actually have lunch, and I need also to get back to my fancy Fourier analysis and ordinary differential equations and that sort of thing. You have no idea how brain-numbingly boring it is to go back to school or go back to studying after you've had a summer holiday for like 3, 4, 5 weeks, and really just try to put that out of your mind, and then you're like, okay, I need to do a summer exam because I need those study points or something. And it's like, oh god, I don't want to do this. It's really not. Oh, hello. It's really mind-numbingly boring.
Don't waste time.
Okay, that's actually almost a decent army. It's much better than my army. We might be able to take it. I don't know. 19 turns! Oh my god, they take so long. What I don't like is that, yes, okay, you can click these buildings really soon. They don't cost that much and you can get them building. But I am so annoyed that when you have built a building, okay, it makes sense, right? That a unit would take time to be trainable, because they need to get all the equipment available, they need to get trainers, they need to get all those things. But what I'm saying is that it's ridiculously long times between your ability to train them. Now, I understand that it must be so, because otherwise they're going to just be able to spam them out if they don't have long retrainment times. But I would like that the first time would be a little bit shorter, because just to reflect that they've gotten all this equipment and just something. I'm just so annoyed, because it's like, especially after the barracks event, you need to build the barracks first of all in order to be able to get access to these new troops. And once you've built the barracks, you still need to wait for like 20 more turns before you're able to actually train them. So the barracks event is pushed back incredibly far in the game, and I mean, as you can see, I've already almost won the game. And we've basically seen nothing of our elite units. And we are turn 80 basically. And we still can't properly train our trolls and stuff, so I understand why it needs to be that way, but I'm so annoyed because we can't get the units I want so quickly as I want. It's a pet peeve. But okay. As I said, I'm going to stop the episode there. It's gone for basically 30 minutes, something like that, 35 maybe. I need to get back to my math or physics and get myself some lunch. So I hope you have enjoyed this battle. Not this battle, this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.